In this video, I'll be replacing an older, worn-out doorknob with this more modern lever type. This is a Slage brand, and it's the type that has the push button lock on it, and you open it just by pushing a metal pin inside. So we'll get to that as we go along, but first, let's start by taking off the old doorknob. Let me show you what you get in the kit. You get the handles, these come apart, and you get the strike plate. This is an adapter, depending on what type of latch hole is drilled on there. You get the hardware, you get the latch, and then this pin here is to flip the handles around if you need to reverse them because of the location of the hinge on your door. Oh, and you get the instruction sheet. But you won't need that because you're watching me. It's pretty straightforward. We're going to start by removing these two screws. I will do that now, and then that will allow this handle to pull out. Now sometimes as you move along, you're going to want to pull that handle out towards you because the screws are going to want to pull back and hit the doorknob. So I'm just keeping a little pressure on this as I go. And once those screws are off, the doorknob pulls free. Comes off on the other side as well. Now, to remove this mechanism, what we're going to have to do is unscrew the plate from the side. These two screws here are all that's holding that in. And once those screws are out, this whole mechanism will slide right out. So that's what we have. If you were starting with a new door, you would have to drill these holes. Most doors come with that ready to go. Now we'll put the new latch in. Really simple, we're just reversing it. Just make sure that the way that latch faces, so you have that bevel toward the way the door is going to close. And it should fit right in there. And we'll just tighten that up with a couple of screws. Let's put our levers on. So this is how our lever goes in place. We're just going to make sure that that little post there goes through the latch. You can see the latch opens. I'm just turning it on this side. And then we have to make sure that this notch or hole lines up with that. It's just a simple matter of screwing that together. Okay, that appears to work very nicely. That old strike plate doesn't match. So, all we're going to do is take that off and replace it with the one that comes with the kit. These Schlage locks are really nice because they come with everything you need. Get the new one in place. That's all there is to it. It's really pretty easy if you already have everything pre-drilled. If you have to drill the door, a little more to it. We won't get into that in this video. But you see that these particular handles have this upwards curve to it. And that's the way these are designed to be mounted. But what if you have to put this on the other side? What if the door hinges on the other side and now it's downward? What do you do? Well, these are pretty nice because they have, you can see there's a little hole there. This is what just Slage models. And if you push this pin, it comes with this little metal pin. And if you push that pin in, what it does, you'll feel it. It's sort of like a spring loaded, and this handle will come right off. So here's an example. This door works, but you can see the wave goes down instead of up. Every other doorknob I replaced today, it's going up. So this would look really out of place. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with that little hole. See that there? So I have to go in with that little hole, and that will allow me to remove this lever and move it to the other side of the door. I'll show you what that's like. Okay, I'm just going to push that in, and as I'm pushing, I'm going to have to pull the doorknob off. Okay, now it's loose, and it'll come right off. I got to make sure the door is open or I won't be able to get in. So this doorknob comes right off. And all I have to do now is move this around to the other side, and you see now what direction it is. So this is on the other side of the door, and I'll move that one over here.